What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the MMA Circle. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the last fight on the FS1 prelims, which is Johnny Big Rig Hendricks versus Neil Magny. Man, I gotta tell you, I don't like this fight. It just seems like it's going to be a boring fight. It's one of my least favorite fights on the card, but I'm going to break it down anyways. I suffered through all the footage just to bring you guys this prediction. So let's get started. Both guys lost their last fights, and Hendricks has only won 2 of his last 6 fights. Hendricks is on a 3-fight losing streak, and winning this fight is crucial for him in his career with the UFC. He's taken on Neil Magny, a guy that's basically out-cardioed his way up the ladder to become a somewhat serious contender in the welterweight division. He puts together amazing win streaks and then loses a fight here and there and gets knocked back down the ladder. Magny's last fight was against Lorenz Larkin, who is an absolute monster and probably a title contender in 2017-2018 if he can stay on. Lorenz finished Magny with some vicious side elbows to Magny's temple after a desperate takedown attempt. In the fight, we saw that Neil Magny has a glaring weakness that can't necessarily be fixed with training and preparation. Neil Magny is extremely susceptible to being damaged by leg kicks, more specifically the calf kick. It's tough. I love everything about Neil Magny. I think he's a great guy, a great fighter, a great human being, but his legs are just so skinny. And it didn't take more than a few of those kicks from Larson to see that they really bothered Magny. A way to combat that is to just have guys kick the crap out of your legs and become comfortable with switching your stance, and in order to avoid receiving power kicks to any one particular calf. Magny is an orthodox fighter, and so is Larkin, so that really opened up that kick for Larkin. But luckily for Magny, he's got Hendricks next, who is primarily a southpaw fighter, and that same kick isn't available to him as a power kick. So now we could see Hendricks come in orthodox and start bombing Magny with those kicks or sneak a few in as the fight progresses, but I think the latter is more likely considering Hendricks will probably want to play this one a little safe. Magny is coming into this fight with an 11-inch reach advantage. I shit you not. He's very tall and very long for the division. However, he doesn't always use his reach effectively, and more often than not, if his opponent is fresh, they find a way to get past his reach. Magny gets better as the fight progresses, and when he starts to slow guys down, then we'll see him have more success keeping guys at the end of his punches and kicks. Both guys are typically slow starters, and I don't expect anything different here. Johnny has pretty good KO he's had pretty good KO power in the past, but it seems to have diminished a little bit. There's some speculation out there that USADA might have something to do with it, but at the end of the day, only Johnny Hendricks knows the truth. I hate accusing guys of shit, but, the proof is in the pudding, right? Neil Magny, on the other hand, has essentially no power in his hands. And we saw that in his fight against Hector Lombard, where we saw him pin an exhausted Lombard to the ground and land 1 minute and 30 seconds worth of unanswered punches to Lombard's melon, and he still couldn't put him away. His cardio certainly has went, as far as Hendricks goes, his cardio certainly went downhill in his last few fights, so look for Magny to capitalize on that. Hendricks is going to be the better wrestler in this fight, but Neil Magny will have the better submissions. Neil Magny has found himself in trouble in the first round in his last couple fights. Lombard nearly knocked him out, and Lorenz Larkin actually succeeded in knocking him out. So look for Hendricks to try to land some big power shots early and try to put Magny away before he gets into his groove. Hendricks in his last fight against Gastelum had a very rough weight cut and ended up missing weight. Hopefully he cleaned up his diet a little bit, because if Dana White makes Hendricks move up to middleweight like he did with Gastelum, I have a feeling that the short, stocky Hendricks is going to have a hard time dealing with those bigger guys. And he certainly doesn't need to drain his body so much for the weigh-in that it puts him at a cardio disadvantage early in this fight against Magny, who's an absolute beast when it comes to cardio and already has the advantage. I think this ends up being a somewhat boring fight. both guys will probably wait on each other a little bit too much with the striking, and Hendricks will look to make this a grappling affair while he still has the energy. I see Hendricks doing enough to win the first 2 rounds, and Magny starting to take the lead at the end of the second, beginning of the third round. I kind of want to wait for the weigh-ins to make my prediction for this fight and see how Hendricks' weight cut goes, but I'm here. We're here. Let's do this. Let's make the prediction anyways. In a 5-round fight, Neil Magny would probably take this fight easily. Probably get a submission in the 5th. However, this is a 3rd-round fight, and I think Hendricks has just enough cardio and just enough power left to secure the 1st and 2nd round and win a 29-28 decision on all 3 judges' scorecards. Magny could get a submission in the 3rd if he really pours it on, and Hendricks becomes vulnerable. And Hendricks can win by TKO in the 1st round if he really pours it on. But I don't know if that's going to be the case here. It's a big stage. It's a big fight for both of them. So I see this one going to the decision. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is the last one I'm going to be doing today. I'll probably bring you guys my predictions for the main card a little bit later on in the week. But, definitely let me know what you guys think, because I'm interested in hearing. And make sure you tune in, maybe even tomorrow for my main card predictions, and let me know what you think about those as well. All right, take it easy, guys, and have a good one. Peace.